Hey guys, Kebab799 here, and today I'm going to be teaching you a little bit about clan citadels. So clan citadels are an extremely useful tool for players who are in clans, and here we are in the actual clan camp. This is where you enter the citadel itself. Now, first off I'll show you the location. It is south of Falador, so the easiest way to get there is either Cabbage Port and walk from there, or the Port Sarim Lodestone and just head northwest. It's a very short walk. It's very easy. But once you get here, you head up to this guy here, you click Get Vexillum, and he'll give you this little flag thing. Now you can use this to teleport here at any time, so always useful to have one of those if you're in a clan. And while you are here, you will also want to grab a clan cloak, which, if you do certain things in your clan, will give you bonus experience once a week. Now anyway, let's go ahead and go into the actual citadel. You can choose teleport if you want to go to someone else's clan. You can just do quick teleport, which chooses the visit my clan citadel option automatically. And here we are on a floating island high above the lands of RuneScape. It's just a place that your clan owns, and it is huge. So the very first things first, you can click on this Citadel information thing, and this gives you a ton of information about your Citadel. It says when the weekly reset is, so that is very important. That tells you when you can do your new stuff, get your rewards, and so on. Ours resets in a day in 22 hours and 39 minutes. And we have had 18 visitors so far. Now this is one thing to keep in mind. Visiting your Citadel every week is very important if your clan is working on upgrades, because there's a certain amount of visitors you need depending on what upgrade you're working on. But before we get to that, so this is the teleport screen. It lets you teleport to any major location in the Citadel if you should like. Start things off, there is an easily accessible bank right here at the battlefield. You just right click on this crate and you hit bank, and there you go. That's one easy thing. Now outside of that, the main thing that you will be doing in the clan citadel is skilling, because once a week you can do a resource cap. It's called capping, is what we say in the business of citadels, if you want to say it like that. But basically you have a limited amount you can gather, and that amount is based on how high level your citadel is. This is a tier 6 citadel, which means it has all of the skill plots. When you first start out, you won't have all of them. You'll just have, I believe you start out with only woodcutting, and then you get mining and move up from there. But the full list is woodcutting, mining, crafting, fire making, smithing, cooking, and summoning. So yes, those are the skills you can train in here. And I would like to point out right now that citadels are a members only feature, so if you are a non-member, you cannot train in it. Just thought I should mention that. But basically how it works is you just click on stuff. The experience rate is very good, and it's all free. You don't have to pay for any smithing stuff or summoning stuff, so it's a great way to train those skills that normally cost money, like crafting, smithing, cooking, summoning, fire making too, actually. But it's good experience in all the skills. Bonus XP works, and so on. So that's woodcutting. You always need a ton of wood each week, because how it works is, let me just quickly show you. This is the job list interface. This shows what your clan is currently working on. This is upkeep. So every week your clan has to meet a minimum amount of resources to keep their stuff. So as you can see, we have not yet met all of our upgrades because people like to wait until the last day to do stuff, which I don't suggest doing. It is a bit stressful for the people who manage your citadel. It's better if you do it in the first half of the week. But regardless, as you can see, you have to gain all this if you want to maintain it. If you don't, your stuff will degrade over a week, and if you don't do it again, then it will actually go down a level. And of course the costs go up with each level, so tier 6 costs a whole lot more than a tier 1. And then this is the upgrades. This is what you actually need the visitors for. If you don't get enough visitors, you can't progress on the stronghold upgrades. The rest don't have that requirement, but they do have really high costs. So you really help your clan out if you do your cap every week. But let's just quickly tour the other spots. So when you first get your mining one, it will just be stone, but as you upgrade, you get metal ore and precious ore. Now, a common misconception is that the precious ore and metal ore give better experience than the stone, but that is not the case. As you can see here, I'm getting about 25 point something. We'll go up here, do the precious ore, and we get the same experience. And something else, I will explain this further at the smithing one, but there is a reason not to do a whole bunch of the ores. So up here on the left, we have the crafting one. This is amazing experience in crafting. It is probably the best way to train crafting in the game, unless you have a ton of money. You just do that. Now, my experience is low because it does go up with your levels. And also, each week, once you do about a little over half of your cap, you will get a little message down here saying that you've done enough for bonuses. And if you do that weeks in a row, after the first week, you get a 15% XP bonus, the second week 30%, third week you get a 45% XP bonus, and then you can maintain that by doing a little over half. It's a bit random, but you just gotta do that every week, although I do suggest doing the full cap. But your XP goes up if you are a loyal helper in the Citadel. So this is crafting. Now this is cooking. This is the highest tier 1. You get this at tier 6, so your Citadel might not have it, but it is amazing cooking experience. It really is. It's a bit more complicated than the other ones, I think. But, I mean, look at that, 184 experience, and it costs nothing. But anyway, let's go ahead and get out of there and head on up to fire making. Fire making is a bit annoying, but basically, you have these kilns on each side. There's 4 of them on this one. You gotta fill each one up, and then they will empty out and you can start over again. So kind of similar to that one, but there's 2 per side. You only need to worry about 1 though. Now this is something that we will talk about later. Let me grab that. Okay, so that's fire making. Smithing. So smithing, let me talk about smithing a bit. Smithing is a bit complicated because smithing, you use precious ore, metal ore and precious ore. You combine it with charcoal made from the fire making plot into bars. So as you can imagine, it's a bit complicated because you got to manage these resources, and somebody might be gathering coal that they want to use, but somebody else might come over here and start using it. And you just want to be careful. If your clan doesn't have any policies on that, they might want to make some, because it can be very easy to mess up someone's day if you steal their coal or ore. But enough of that. Now, I've saved the best for last. Let me grab this real quick. The best for last is the summoning plot. Now, it might not be the best for you personally, but is the best thing for your clan. It is so awesome that they only let you do 10% of your resource cap on it a week, which for me would be 235. For your clan, it might be something else. But basically, these little glowy things move around, so it's a bit annoying to do, but for good reason, because the resource you produce from summoning is minions, and they count towards whatever resources your clan needs. So, I will show you guys what I mean. View the resources. As you can see, we need all these resources. We have a total of 1, 2, 1, 2, 12, 12. And that just goes towards these ones. So here we are in here. So here it is. This yellow bar is minions. We only have that much of wood, but we have, with the minions, we have met the amount needed. They have also filled up our bars, and they have started moving on. We've got 30 going towards our cloth. So as you can see, that is very useful for filling in the skills people might not want to do as much, and can make just finishing these a whole lot easier. So if nothing else, I recommend doing this every week. It will really help your clan out. And also, it's free summoning experience. Who can say no to that? It used to be really low experience, but recently they made it where it's more in line with the other skills. And if I wasn't level 6, it'd be a much bigger number, obviously. But anyway, now this ort I've been picking up. That has to do with the clan avatars, which you can see here. So basically, these things, if your rank is high enough in the clan, you can pull them out, but since this is for probably lower level members, basically how it works is somebody will get the clan avatar out, and if they have the experience boost option on it, then you will be able to gain a little bonus experience. You get 3% for being in the same world, and 6% for being close by. But you have to give them 300 of these orts a week. Now you can get 200 orts a day. You get them just from training or fighting monsters whenever you're a member of a clan. So you just gotta pick them up, and then you just do that, and it will give it to them. You have to have 300. There's some other boosts to the avatars as well, but I believe that the XP boost is the most popular and the most relevant. And yeah, so those are very useful, although they can be a bit of a pain to deal with. But if your clan has them, you can always take advantage of them. Anyway, so beyond all of this skilling stuff, there's other things. There is more. There's 2 bonus experience things. I've already mentioned that you can get the fealty reward once you get the 3 weeks in a row. Once you're at that 45% bonus experience on the plots, you get that bonus experience once a week. But also, doing that same thing every week, even on your first week, you'll be able to come in here and you go to the quartermaster and you can claim experience, which will give you bonus experience in any skill that your citadel has. So I could choose woodcutting, I could choose mining, and it's a decent amount of bonus experience, and that just shows up in there like that. So that's something to keep in mind. And I believe you can also deposit your orts if you can't find a clan avatar. Over here we have another bank guy who also has avatar handbooks, very useful. But that is that. Now, one thing to mention is that your clan citadel might not look exactly like this. As you can see, there's 4 different layouts. They can also have it as nighttime if they want. And plus, depending on your upgrade level, you might not have all of the plots, but ultimately this is what a higher level citadel will look like. And there's a whole lot of cosmetic upgrades as well, which we have some of them, these fancy flags and so on. But in here, this is the clan keep. We have this meeting room for large clan meetings. You have a podium that the talker can stand in and so on. It's kind of complicated to use. Up here we have a dance floor. And when you stand on it, you start dancing. Not really useful, but entertaining. And then there's individual meeting rooms where your clan might decide to have a meeting if they want a little more privacy, because you actually can't see people in there, so it's actually truly a private area. And some of these things you won't get until your citadel is a higher level, so keep that in mind. Up here, there's the theater, which you can use for putting on little plays if you are into that sort of thing. But that is basically how clan citadels work. There's some more things here for people who are in charge. They can upgrade buildings and stuff from here. But that is all we are going to cover today. Except one last thing. This is the notice board. You can look at it to see messages. It's kind of complicated to use, but yeah. And I believe that is everything of importance. So let's say goodbye, everyone. This has been Kebab799. Thank you for watching, and I hope this has enlightened you to the greatness of clan citadels, and maybe you will start helping your clan out today. Or if you're not in a clan, I do highly suggest finding one to join, if nothing else, just so that you can have access to the citadel if you ever want to train in it. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.